get it.
That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
Christopher.
Okay, Rich, so on Friday, we did some what's more likely with the NFL schedule, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do some overreactions now that we've had a kind of a weekend to think about and kind of look at the schedule a little bit more and just kind of make some outrageous statements. That's what I'm here for. First up, Bills-Rams. That is the season kickoff Thursday, right down the street.
Yep.
Bills-Rams, that is going to be Super Bowl 57 as well.
I will not be surprised to see so many preseason predictions that this first game is going to be the last one as well. And I've got to say that that's not an overreaction. That is not an overreaction. I mentioned how the Bills actually got better. Bills got better in the offseason. They made some moves on their offensive line. They also drafted James Cook. Folks, that is the number one sneakiest good draft choice of 2022. James Cook being drafted by the Bills. Look out. And the Rams, when we spoke to McVay, and it's just like, it was similar to when I was interviewing the general manager, Joe Douglas of the Jets, talking about all their moves in the draft, and turned into like the Chris Farley show skit from Saturday Night Live. Remember that? And so that Bobby Wagner is going to be on Aaron. Remember Aaron Donald said he didn't want to play, but now he's back. That's awesome. Now Bobby Wagner's behind him. That's awesome. Remember when, Odell got hurt, but now you got Allen Robinson. That's awesome. We didn't even talk about Cooper Kupp until like 10 minutes into the conversation.
Right.
And Odell might join him.
Yeah, like halfway through the year, like last week.
Not an overreaction. I don't know if that's going to be my preseason pick, but I know when people it becomes a conventionally wise conversation, it sounds like an overreaction, but I don't think it is.
We talked to Doug Peterson last week. You guys talked to Doug Peterson last week. The Jags have had the number one pick 2 years in a row. Doug talked about kind of removing the stink of last year. You know what? Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars, double their win total from last year.
Oh, I think that's true. Well, I mean, what do they have? Just 2?
They were 3-14.
Okay, yes. That's not an overreaction. I think the Jaguars, this is how bad they were, though. I think the Jaguars might even have the greatest win differential from one year to the next.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you see my list?
I did not.
Just stand by.
I would even say that the Jaguars would lead the league in win differential from last year to this year.
Wait till you see who I have in that
They might not make the playoffs still, even because the AFC is so damn deep that you may have every wild card team winning 10 games in the AFC.
Yeah, probably.
10 games might even leave somebody home as like the 9 seed in the AFC this year.
That's hot.
So move on then.
I can't believe. I mean, we're Rich Simpatico.
Yeah,
we're on this.
Uh-huh.
The Jets will have the biggest win improvement in 2022.
I don't know. And I love my Jets, and I know we're seeing Sauce up there as the number 20. That's already old. It's already dated. He's going to get number 1. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So the Jets were 4-13 last year.
Yeah, I still think the Jaguars will have the biggest jump.
So what do you have? How many games do you have the Jets win?
I don't know. If the Jets win 8, if the Jets go 8-9,
and the Jags are going to win 7 games.
They could. I think they really could. Absolutely.
I mean, Rich, I know you're not paying attention to these types of things. I am. Jets over win total in Vegas is the hottest bet right now.
What is that?
It's like 8, I think.
Ooh.
No,
I don't know, man. They still got
to
put up the Jets schedule, will you please?
Let's just do this. Let's do it.
I'm not doing win-loss yet. I'm not going there.
Come on.
They joined the AFC North to start the season. They play all 4 first games of the AFC North. The same way that the Ravens play all 4 games in the AFC East, the Jets play all 4 of their first games in the AFC North. And then their first role at the AFC East is Miami. They've got Green Bay, Denver, New England, Buffalo. Come on now, guys.
Jets have an easy back half.
The back half of the schedule does appear to be, if you will, easy, because that's where the rest of the NFC North of the Bears and the Lions show up. They've got a Thursday night against Jacksonville. They do have to go to Seattle on New Year's Day. I mean, but by that point in time, that's a very rough first 9 weeks. At least I'm going to...
tanking for C.J. Stroud at that point.
Is that what you...
Yeah, come on.
I'm still sticking with Jacksonville on that. I'll still stick with the Jaguars on that. Just to show you I'm not totally biased.
Okay.
What else?
All right, I'm looking at the AFC West, right? All 4 teams aren't going to make it, right? They're not going to make it. But who's going to win the division?
I already told you.
I'm going Chargers win the AFC West.
And I know we're talking about overreactions. That is not an overreaction. That is absolutely a feasibility. That is absolutely something that can happen in terms of if this was what's more likely, you might even be correct about that. I'm on record to say the Las Vegas Raiders are my team to win that division. Even got Stone Street to send me a screen grab. Our friend Eric Stone Street to send me a screen grab saying, really, did you really say this? Because I understand the Chiefs are the Chiefs with Mahomes still, and I know that the Broncos are the Broncos now with Russ, and you are so right about the Chargers. We had Brandon Staley on last week. They have made many improvements.
They're better.
Back end in J.C. Jackson, front end with Khalil Mack. They are absolutely better in the same way that I think the Cowboys are not. But the Raiders are still my choice. So that's not an overreaction, but I would go in another direction. And is mine an overreaction with the Raiders?
I think the Raiders is a little hotter than the Chargers. Because the Raiders, who did they add? They have a new head coach.
Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones are pretty two big guys. Max Crosby and Chandler Jones can be a major issue. And Devontae Adams isn't somebody that needs to learn his quarterback.
It's been a while since they played together.
And a coach who can dial it up. Let's roll. Let's see what's what. What else you got?
Got to talk Cowboys, guys. If the Cowboys don't win, they're 12-5 last year. They don't match that. 12 games. McCarthy, out.
Let's see what they do in the playoffs. If they miss the playoffs, that's obvious. But if they go 11-6, still win the division.
But one and done?
One and done? If the Cowboys make it and they're one and done again, that's it. If you're telling me if this is an overreaction of saying that they don't match that record, McCarthy's already out, that's an overreaction. If you're telling me that the result is the same of one and done, that's a proper reaction. That's what I'm saying.
What if they don't make the NFC Championship game? Still out?
I think if they make the divisional round,
so win one playoff game.
He's
good. He's going to stick around.
I got to see how it goes. I got to see how it goes.
Out at Fox?
Are they out of timeouts at the end of that divisional loss? Are they fake punting after a fake punt? Are they following up a fake punt with a fake timeout call? Are they doing that?
PJ, do you want your coach out or not? Come on.
Got to answer. There's a microphone in front of you.
I mean, they're winning the Super Bowl next year, guys. I don't know what I got to tell.
Overreaction Monday. That's called.
Come on.
A stirring conclusion to Overreaction Monday. Look at Chris spending all his time coming up with nuanced conversation pieces to get me to say reaction or not. It all comes down at the end. This guy saying the Cowboys are winning it all. Ultimate personification of overreaction on a Monday. Thank you, TJ Jefferson, for the big finish.
I give the people what they want. I give the people what they need.
But if you're the people, you're lying to yourself.
Exactly. Keep hope alive,
then
Rich
you are
Eisen.
a liar.
The audacity.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.